Hello everybody, Manithral here, and welcome back to another RuneScape RS3 update video. And what a week last week to take a little bit of a vacation from everything. Because we've seen a large amount of patch notes, the whole MTX new stance, which is absolutely fantastic. They're going to be, I don't know if anybody has seen it, but they're going to be working with the player base to work away, well, potentially even get away or remove all MTX, which is actually quite shocking. And then also, OSRS had some huge things going on, all kinds of huge things last week. But unfortunately, I was away on vacation. So, yeah, there's a lot of surprising stuff going on last week. So I do apologize for that. And this week, we have some awesome stuff coming up again, too. Starting out with the beach, and there has been a GameJam strike. So first, both of these things going on. But the beach is going from June 30th to July 28th, so do check that out if that suits your fancy. Even if you don't partake in the events that take place, there's also the portals and all kinds of stuff that you can use to your full advantage. The GameJam strike, let's just head right into the patch notes because that's where the patch notes will be taking place. 110 crafting. The masterwork damage stalling buff bar text no longer overflows. The scuba sheep have been deployed, gobbling up at the grass in the ocean northwest of the crafting guild. The overcharged platinum ring of retribution is now protected on death. Clarified messaging when combining rings of retribution to reclaim a fully charged overcharged ring of retribution. Masterwork magic armor recipes are now clamped to making one of each item at a time to avoid inadvertently making multiple masterwork items of the same type if carried sufficient ingredients. Partial completion of the Everything is Still Awesome achievement can now be counted toward mining one of each of the primal for all mine achievement. GameJam, so here we're getting into the GameJam now, added the Last Grove as a potential area to scan their master treasure trails. Fixed an issue that prevented players from getting elite clue compass spots for the Khazari jungle and the herblore habitat. The gnome coach no longer moves around. Captain Ninto no longer moves around. Reworked the Postmaster Kag's travel interface. Reworked the Dragon Trinkets teleport interface. Reworked the Metallic Dragon Trinket teleport interface. Slightly reduced the delay when using fairy rings. Various typos and other text issues across all achievements have been fixed. Made some minor text improvements to the animal magnetism quest. Dr. Navavik is no longer referred to as Dr. Navavik in some cases. Okay. Changed unfinished to unfinished for several potions across the game. General, they made a change to unify the 6 Ascension Keystones into one keystone. That's a huge boon. Group Iron Man storage and now allows for the following items: Revenant gear, superior scrimshaws, invention tools, and some skilling offhands. Several Highwaymen NPCs have received new, more deadly fit. Fixed a small audio issue with some of the female highway NPCs. The Flamebound Rival status effect will no longer clear a player death, sign of immortality. The Flamebound Rival status effect will now persist through the phase of Raxor, so P2 to P3, Rakshar P4, and Zamrock P7. Players are now awarded cosmetic versions of the Sun Spears when completing the River's Blood quest. Sun Spears can no longer be keepsaked. Players will be refunded if they had previously had Sun Spears keepsaked. These notes had appeared in last week's patch note initially, but didn't make it into the game due to a last-minute change. They are active from today's patch. And also some of that stuff, it just reminds me, if they're going to be removing the MTX, a lot of people probably what will end up happening is a sign of good faith. A lot of people will be getting some of the stuff they had purchased back, and who knows what is all going to be happening. So there's that, but also there's something here about the Highwayman NPCs have received a new, more deadly fit. There's also the announcement that the player avatar refresh has been reinstated. It is no longer sitting on the back shelf. There's a lot going on, and you know, at first I've been kind of keeping silent about the whole thing with the new CEO because I don't know enough of what is going on. But it actually looks like he is doing a lot for the game and moving the game forward. So, despite the initial hiccup of the cancellation of the one event, the Pride event, which is kind of strange still, but I can see that apart from that one instance, it looks like he's trying to get the game to be about the game, and he's trying to make it so everybody is focused on the game being the game. And that is essentially, I don't know so far if it's a good or a bad thing yet. I can't say. But that just seems to be where it is, because with the trying to remove the MTX, they're also taking away from the fact of trying to be a little bit less capitalizing on the money and more worried about the game itself, which that has me interested to see what their whole overall plan is. But speaking of MTX, Treasure Hunter calendar. So this will be obviously changing in time, the Treasure Hunter calendar. But for this upcoming week of July 3rd through the 7th is Phoenix Rising. Chat log for June 30th, Rune Skill and Chill, the beach event. And then we go into the community showcase. Up first, we have a puzzle from Eshin Artist, and then we have a very interesting but cartoony picture here from Ninth Cloud. And then we head over to RuneTube. We have New Name Please up first, and their hardest unlock yet, and it has to do with dealing with the Zuck Cape and Iron Man. Then we have the Escaper screenshot to assault the XRS. Bonus points if you can remember where this is. Pretty awesome and beautiful view. And then Lily is considering going raiding off the coast of Relica. And then Pigstart player events, we have Corporal Beast first, which took place today actually, and then Megaduck runs Friday, July 4th at 1800. Gen Megaduck Icy Love, Valador Park, World 39 FC's Megaduck. And Community Sunday, Corporal Beast, Sunday, July 6th at 1800, Dr. Brian and Ruby Ekta. Corporal Beast entrance, World 10 FC is Dr. Brian. And don't forget, the in-game calendar does have all the Pigstart player events, so do check that out. There is a Whirlpool D&D community going on for the Traveling Merchant, and hopefully buying items with no longer grinds for the accomplishment Cape achievements. So their staff and scouters will be helping the community score the worlds of RuneScape in search for the Traveling Merchant and all deep sea encounters. This will be taking place June 30th through the July 6th at 000 UTC. Deep Sea Fishing Hub, all worlds. Friends chat is Whirlpool D&D, and the Discord is, well, we have a link right here. But that is it for this week, guys. I know it seems like a light week, but the beach is back, which means, you know, it's time to celebrate the summertime. So, but that'll do it for this week, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. Until next time, later, guys.